In the heart of Kibera, Nairobi's largest informal settlement, a powerful story of change is taking root. Shafco Shining Hope for Communities is leading a grassroots movement that empowers residents through education, healthcare, and clean water. During a recent visit, Langley witnessed how local leadership and innovation are transforming lives from within. This is a story of resilience, partnership, and hope.
Because if Burkina Faso wins against terrorism, all the bordering countries win as well.
Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
It's been over 25 years since a morning in Nairobi changed the world. On the 7th of August 1998, the U.S. Embassy in Kenya was torn apart by a deafening blast. More than 200 lives, Kenyan and American, were lost in an instant. Thousands more were changed forever. This week, across the ocean in Langley, Virginia, the CIA gathered to remember. In a quiet ceremony, they read out names. People stood in silence. The American and Kenyan flags flew side by side. It wasn't just about history, it was about honoring real people, parents, friends, colleagues who never came home. But memory alone isn't enough. That's why leaders are looking forward, learning from the past, and standing with Kenya against hate and terror. Part of that hope is found in places like Kibera. If you know Nairobi, you know Kibera is more than just one of Africa's biggest informal settlements. It's a heartbeat. It's talent, dreams, and hustle, alive every day against the odds. Recently, a top U.S. commander visited Kibera to meet Shafco, the Shining Hope for Communities. Shafco isn't just a charity, it's a movement, built by Kenyans for Kenyans, sparking change where it's needed most. Girls are going to school, families are getting clean water, youth are creating jobs, starting businesses, dreaming bigger than before. This is grassroots empowerment, the kind that doesn't wait for handouts. It grows from trust, from neighbors helping neighbors, and from believing that tomorrow can be brighter. The visit to Shafco wasn't just about speeches and photos. It was about listening, about learning how real change starts with local heroes, people who turn pain into purpose and tragedy into triumph. Yes, the Nairobi Embassy bombing was a dark day. It left wounds that will never completely heal, but in the years since, something remarkable has happened. Against fear, communities have chosen hope. Today, Langley honors the victims. Kenya honors their memory by rising again and again from sorrow. And places like Kibera prove that out of the hardest times something beautiful can grow. So when we remember 1998, let's also remember the power of unity. Let's honor the past by building a safer, stronger, and more caring Kenya. For those we lost, for those still fighting, and for those who believe that no matter how hard the struggle, hope always finds a way. Thank you for listening.
Our African partners understand that we're here to help them reach their overall national goals of stability and security. But when we bring our assurance actions and our African campaign plan, there's a number of things by Russia and China that are pushing and shaping onto our African partners, especially across their society, that changes ways and a departure away from international norms. The PRC and Russia are also remaining exploitative where possible and coercive when necessary. They want that ground. They want power projection capabilities. So for the most part, the rest of the continent is also for mining concessions, whether it be gold or rare earth minerals. Both of them have a long-range plan. 80% of that region is controlled by extremist organizations. So their sovereignty is already threatened by their shared objectives. And we want to help them because if Burkina Faso wins against terrorism, all the bordering countries win as well. Back in 2007, when this was during the global war on terrorism, the percentage of terrorism, global percentage of terrorism that was resident on the African continent was 2%. 2%. 2% of attacks for terrorism were on the continent of Africa. Fast forward to 2024, 2025. The global percentage of attacks under terrorism is 43% on the African continent.
From 2007, from 2% to
43%.
to 43%.
Measured by the metric of attacks in the name of jihad or name of it.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.